One of the most underreported stories of the day yesterday. Now, just keep in mind, this is an example of how the media defines narratives. And once they've got their narrative, and keep in mind that, the media in the United States is in the hands of about a dozen people, a dozen very, very large corporations. Well over 90% of all the print and electronic media that we consume on a regular basis. And even the internet is rapidly consolidating. But wouldn't you think that if one of the 5 largest states in the United States passed through one of the branches of their legislature a single-payer health care bill, that it would be a front-page story? That all the news would be reporting on it? That Joe Scar this morning on his show, instead of trying to see how many times he could insert the word Bernie and rape into the same sentence, would have been going off on, or in shock about the fact that New York State yesterday, the New York State Assembly, actually it was Wednesday night, passed a bill. They actually passed the bill, 89-47, that would create a single-payer healthcare system in the state of New York. Now, the Senate, unfortunately, there was a Democratic majority in the Senate. The majority leader of the Senate took basically a bribe from the Republicans and resigned, and now the Republicans run the Senate in New York State. And the governor is, God only knows the governor. So discouraging. So the probability of it happening is fairly slim right now. But what we're seeing is these are the cracks in the wall. This is the beginning. America is waking up. This is the conversation we had with Hedrick Smith yesterday. America is waking up. America is waking up to the fact that the American dream has been hijacked. It has been stolen. We've been robbed, including and especially by the health insurance companies industry, the drug industry. I mean, just Medicare Part D, I read yesterday, Medicare Part D is good for a $60 billion subsidy of the drug companies every decade, which is why Billy Towson, who was the member of the House of Representatives who pushed that thing through, retired from the House and became the chief lobbyist for pharma for $2 million a year. I mean, this is how weird and bizarre it has gotten since Lewis Powell in the Supreme Court in 1976 said that spending money on politicians, buying politicians, was just fine, when it had been illegal since 1907 when the Tillman Act was passed.